Okay, good day to you. Welcome to day 2 of our mountain sketch. Now, we are looking at two main focus today, and that would be our sky and our water, because they use similar colors. We will also be putting in a little bit more of the cracks into the mountains. As you see here, we want to put some shades so that it would look like there's a dark side to the mountain. Remember that when the sunlight comes, it brightens the side where the sun hits, and the other side is darker. So you want to give a little bit of that effect when you are shading. Now, to achieve that, we're going to have to create a darker shade of brown. And so we know how to mix the brown already. You know that you mix red and yellow, same amount, to get orange. Mix red, yellow together to get orange. And then we take a little tip of the black and put it into the orange, mixed up, and we get brown. Now this time you put in a little bit more of the black, so it has a darker shade of brown. Let me see if you can see the brown. But it's very dark because you want to highlight a little more. Okay, and so I had started just showing you one. So you put your edges, you just decide to do special designs. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just that you would take your hands and freestyle. You set off your design for your mountain, and that's where you start to paint. Okay, so you can do any freestyle design. These would act also like ledges, like when people are going up the ledge of a mountain. So you do what you can, but you're giving a side a little darker effect. Okay? And so that would be your mountain. Now you want to highlight the corners a bit because you want to show a separation between the two mountains. Okay? So that would be basically the reason for your highlights. Don't do them too thick, but you're going to be able to manage with it. All right, so the next thing, well, mine is almost complete, so I'll have to just put in my little shade here. Now, as I said, this is not our focus for today. Our focus is based on the sky and the clouds. Okay? Our sea, and you're going to want to make sure that when you put your little river or your sea, whichever it is you want to call it, you want to be able to make sure that that blue comes out the way it should. So we're going to be looking at the sky now. We want to give it a nice light shade of blue. Let me wash my brush. And so this is what we're going to do. To achieve the light shade of blue, we take the blue by itself, the portion of blue that we need, and then we take white. To darken shades, we put black, as I said before, and to lighten shades, we put white. I'm trying to wash the brush. Okay, so you take a little bit of white and you put it in, and the more white you put, the lighter the shade becomes. Now I'm looking for a lighter shade than this, so I'm going to just pick up a little bit more of the white and put it in. Now you can choose how dark or how light you would like to have your blue. For me, when it comes to the sky, it's going to have to be very light. It will be lighter than this. I'll take this here and I'll work with this for the water, and then I'll add more white when I'm ready to put for the sky. So let's go. So for your water, you know that your water is coming from through the mountain, and so you want to go through the mountain area and you get wider as you get out. Try to outline your water, and then we start to put some white on it. Okay, so when you finish outlining your river, we'll continue and look at the sky. So take time now, you pause and continue with your river. We'll continue with the sky after the river is done. So your blue should already be coming well with your river. Now we're gonna come back on this river with some white when we are finished to give it the effect of running water, right? But right now it's just to get the bottom of this blue intact. So now we're putting some white in. So you take your brush and you put it into the white paint, and you are going to just put in some white into your river. And so you go from the top and you do your stuff. The white would give you the water effect as running water. So you can give it a little bit of an effect like this. It tells whether the water is turbulent or not. So you give it a curly, squiggly move. That would do a wonderful job. Okay? And so that would be your river. Now we want to focus on the sky, and so I'm going to skip again to the sky. So we're gonna have to do some mixing. You should be able to, you need to have some more white. If you don't have enough on your palette, like mine, I've already used all my white. But this time I'm using the white and I'm gonna add the tip of blue as I seek to get a certain shade, not too dark.